And that's why you don't leave games early. Light up that halo! The Angels just swept the Seattle Mariners for the first home series of the season. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. All right, we're going to get to Sunday's game in a bit. But first, let's dial it back. We'll start from the beginning. Go back to Friday night. Home opener, 45,000 strong at Angel Stadium. MVP chance for Mike Trout from beginning to end. What else could you really ask for? Oh, yeah, Jesse Chavez. Jesse Chavez, our 5-starter going into the season. Don't really know what to expect from him. And what does he do? He pitches a gem. 5 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk. You really can't ask much more from your 5th starter there. From the offensive side, it started all in the first inning from who else? Mike Trout. God's gift to the world. He sac flied Yunel Escobar in to get an early 1-0 lead. And then in the 3rd inning, Pujols reached on an error and led to another run, going up 2-0. Nelson Cruz gets Seattle on the board with an RBI single down the left field line, scoring Mitch Haniger from second base. 2-1 Angels now. However, in the bottom frame of the 6th, new Angels left fielder Cameron Maybin comes up and absolutely crushes one to right center field. Apo Taco! And the Angels are back up 3-1. In the bottom frame of the 7th, Cole Calhoun with one on absolutely crushes one out, making the lead 5-1. One of the most shocking things of all this, the Angels bullpen actually did their job. Alvarez came in and relieved Chavez in the 6th, got the final out of the inning. Then Bud Norris came in, shut it down for an inning, followed by Andrew Bailey, who has still yet to give up a run, looking dominant. And then everybody's favorite story of the spring season, Blake Parker coming in, getting another strikeout, and shutting down the game. Angels light that baby up, now 3-2 on the season. Now on to Saturday's game, which was Mike Trout's MVP and Silver Slugger award ceremony, and I happen to finally get to the Big A for the first time this season. I know, 2 games in, right? What a fan. And we had Ricky Nolasco, our ace, going against King Felix. So going in right away, it was my first game of the season, and I've seen Felix pitch at least 20 times by now, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's tired. I'm done with it. All I knew was Trout was probably going to tee off on him. So going in, top of the 1st, Gene Segura, huge Angel prospect. Thanks, Aunt Granky, you son of a... It's okay. It's okay. Anyhow, Gene Segura leads it off with a single up the middle, right up to Trout. Mitch Haniger comes up, 2-run blast, Mariners up 2-0. So instantly I'm like, great. Felix with a 2-0 lead. That'll end well. And sure enough, bottom of the 1st comes up. 3 pitches. 3 goddamn pitches from Yunel Escobar and Cole Calhoun combined. And I'm here thinking, great, Felix is going to cruise, get a 55-pitch complete game shutout. Thank God for Mike Trout. Mike Trout comes up, works a 14-pitch at-bat to extend Felix to 17 pitches in the 1st inning. Now, I'm not a huge advocate of the pitch count. You know, I'm just, at this point, kind of like, suck it up. But at the same time, I get it. Arms are falling off left and right in baseball right now, so you can't be too careful. The great thing, though, Felix really had to work for this. He had Trout down in the count. Trout worked him all the way back to 3-2 and fouled off pretty much everything left and right. Until in that 14th pitch, Mike Trout was looking to go opposite field. You could just see it. And then Felix just jams one in. Moving on to the bottom of the 2nd, where everybody's favorite athlete, Albert Pujols, came up to lead off and actually doubled. It was the most awkward freaking double I've ever seen in my life. His slide, I don't know what the hell that was. It looked like his ankle should have been snapped in half. But, hey, he got on. Maybin later singles, moving Pujols over to 3rd, and then Danny comes in with his RBI single to bring the game to 2-1 Seattle. Then Maldonado comes up, and his fat ass drops a bunt down. Now, normally I would be mad about that because no bunting. However, with 2 on and his fat ass, nobody's thinking that. So he threw a little bit of a surprise there. However, he clearly gravitated outside the base path. And of course, Scioscia waddles out there like, and nothing. He was mad. It was clearly outside the base pass. I don't know what the hell you're freaking pissed off about, Scioscia. Seriously, relax. All right, now on to the top of the third, where we already have an early contender for Play of the Year defensively. Never have I been so happy that Yunel Escobar is as mediocre as he is at third. Ground ball from Haniger over to Escobar. Runner's already pretty much at second, already turning. He does not look the runner back. Makes the throw back to first for the easy out. And instinctively, Marte sees the play and he makes that throw over to third. And Simmons with a huge grab, picks it up, tags Segura right in the ass, and gets the out. Play was called safe at first. After video review, he was clearly out. He got a tag in about, let's say, a finger length before touching the bag. Huge play, momentum changer. Speaking of Andrelton Simmons, let's give him a little bit of love right now. He's batting 400, 444, 560. 7 games in, I know, but seriously, you got to give this guy props. He came into spring, and he had a mission. Defensively, he's fine, but he's always wanted to get better with the bat, and he's done that so far. And honestly, who would have thought he'd ever bat 5th in a lineup? Now on to the bottom of the third inning. Yunel Escobar starts things off with a double, then a pass ball moves him over to third during Calhoun's at bat, followed by an RBI single from Cole to tie the game at 2-2. So now we're thinking, all right, chipping away. And just like the bottom of the third, Yunel Escobar leads things off in the bottom of the fifth, not with a double this time, but with a go-ahead solo home run to left center field, putting the Angels up 3-2. And all of this is happening with Ricky Nolasco quietly putting together a solid game. Now, he got roughed up in the first inning with that 2-run home run, but after that, he pretty much did settle down through 5 shutout innings after that to finish with 6 strong, 3 strikeouts, and 2 runs. Now, he wasn't blowing things by people. He wasn't making hitters look foolish, but he got the job done. That's all you really need. Hey, I'll take 6 innings, 2 runs from him any day of the week. All right, we're on the top of the 7th now. JC Ramirez in to relieve Nolasco. First at bat to Kyle Seager. Double down the left field line. Buttercup, buttercup, buttercup. It's coming. And on to the bottom of the 7th, Yunel Escobar leads it off with a single, and he's only a triple away from the cycle. Hell of a game for him, right? And then Cole Calhoun with an easy out next, bringing up God's favorite person, Mike Trout. He was due 2 strikeouts and a ground out earlier in the game in his 4th at bat. No Felix in the game right now, which he usually dominates, so it's kind of weird not seeing him hit him pretty well. So he comes up, 2-run blast to left center field, puts the Angels up 5-3. And I'm just sitting there, fuck yeah. We needed this. The bullpen needs to hold this down. It's a huge moral victory for the Angels if they can do this. The offense coming through, the starting pitching coming through, and the bullpen holding down a lead. Also, shout out to the Angels for using Bro Hymn now as their home run song. So Ramirez gives up a leadoff single to Jean Segura, and they get the quick out right after that. Then Scioscia decides, all right, it's game 6. Let's go for the 5-out save. He brings in Cam Bedrosian, looking for that 5-out save, facing Robinson Cano, lefty. So in my mind, I'm thinking, what the hell? You had Alvarez working in the bullpen, lefty, bring him in, let him face Cano, and then bring in Bedrosian to face Cruz if needed. Shockingly, Scioscia doesn't do that. He decides to go righty-lefty on the matchup, and it didn't pay off. Cano ended up getting a hit, got a single, Cruz came up, and then a sac fly to bring the game to 5-4. So not bad, all things considered. Bedrosian picks up a 5-out save, striking out the side in the top of the 9th to secure the win and the series win for the Angels. All right, now let's get to it. We got to talk about Sunday. Matt Shoemaker's first home start of the season. He gets tested right away with the biggest bunch of crap I've ever seen. A balk call on his normal pitching motion. What the hell? Seattle gets an early 1-0 lead on that bullshit call, and instantly we're like, great. This is going to end well. Not only that, but Shoemaker also had a close call with a comebacker right to the face that he had to bat down with his glove. After everything that happened last year, his amazing story, which you guys all really need to check out, I'll include it in the description below. Then in the bottom of the 2nd, Andrelton Simmons comes up and cranks one out for his first homer of the season, tying the game at 1-all. And I'm just sitting there thinking, damn, does this guy have a chance at 20 home runs? Can he bat 300? And then the frickin' Robinson Cano show starts. 3-run home run, followed by a 2 RBI double in the 3rd and 5th. Like, honestly, how many times do we have to watch Robinson Cano just tee off on this Angels pitching staff? Enough already. Throw around him. Who else in that Seattle lineup's going to hit? And then as extra salt on the wound, Mitch Haniger in the 7th decides, hey, I want to join in on this. And he hits his 3rd of the season, making the lead now 8-1. And in the bottom of the 7th, Jeffrey Marte starts to chip away at the 8-1 lead with a 2 RBI single, bringing it now 8-3. Then everyone's favorite Philadelphia Reuter, allegedly, Carlos Ruiz ends up with another RBI single, stretching the lead now to 9-3. As if, hey, a 5-run lead was enough, let's add on, let's make it 6. And now it's time to talk about the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, down 9-3. Albert Pujols leads it off with a towering solo shot, cutting the lead now to 9-4. And we're thinking, hey, that's good. 592. He's closer to 600. Pennington works a walk, followed by a CJ Cron single and a Ben Revere walk, loading the bases for Danny Espinosa. So the bases are loaded for Espinosa now with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. He softly grounds out to Cano, scoring Pennington from 3rd. So now it's 9-5, Angels down. And coming up next, Martin Maldonado. For some reason, Scioscia decided not to pinch hit for him, the guy who could probably be blindfolded and still have the same exact chance of getting a hit. And shockingly, he strikes out. Now back to the top of the lineup, Yunel Escobar with 2 on, doubles, and cuts the lead to 9-7. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this has been kind of cool, solid comeback. There's no way this is going to happen, right? Like, they really cannot finish this comeback. Well, Cole Calhoun then comes up, works a walk on 4 pitches. Mike Trout comes up, works a walk on 4 pitches. So now with 2 outs, the bases are loaded for Albert Pujols. Now, if this was 2008, I would be locked in knowing a grand slam is on the way. However, we're in 2017. To my amazement, though, Pujols doinks one in to down the right field line, scoring 2, clearing the bases, and now it is 9-9. The game is tied. Pujols' fat ass is on 2nd. Unbelievable. The Angels have actually come back, tied this game, and at worst, we're going to extra innings. The Angels completed the largest comeback in team history since 1986 when they scored 8 to come back in the 9th against the Detroit Tigers. So I know you'd never want to leave the game early. The odds are it's not going to happen. I've been to many games where it's been 10-2, 9-3, so on and so forth, and it's never happened. But just that one time, it just takes one freaking time to create a huge moment, something you'll remember probably for the rest of your life. So don't leave games early, folks. 5-2 to start the year. Who in the hell would have ever thought that was possible? The Angels notoriously suck in April and don't really kick it into gear until May. So to get a 5-2 start at the beginning of this season against 2 AL West opponents and now Texas coming in for the next 3-game set, this is a huge building block. I mean, overall, look at it. You had Yunel Escobar and Albert Pujols Saturday night together, each a triple away from the cycle. Pujols got his first home run of the season. Simmons got his first. Escobar got one. Trout. I mean, the offense is scoring from top to bottom. You honestly love to see this. This is something you honestly love to see at the beginning of a season. Everyone's clicking. They have that hunger, that no-quit attitude, and it's something that's been missing here for quite a while. So huge tip of the cap to the Angels. Their offense, defense, pitching, bullpen, starters, everything. You guys are all clicking, and I couldn't be happier right now. All right, so let's see if the Angels can carry this momentum into the next series against the Texas Rangers, which starts Monday night with Cole Hamels taking on Tyler Skaggs. Now, Skaggs had a rough first start of the season. He looked okay. He was a little bit on the wild side. He had one really rough inning, giving up 4 runs. But aside from that, I mean, what else can you really ask from a guy coming back from Tommy John in his first full season? You know what? You'll take it. Hopefully the offense can pick up some runs for him, and we can get a good win tonight off a really good pitcher in Cole Hamels. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in to my first Angels series recap. Tune in on Thursday for the Rangers series recap, and then Friday for my Ducks versus Calgary Flames in Round 1, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like the video and subscribe, spread the word, and we'll see you next time.